Hi, good day. We are the Wonderkid. Our group's goal is to share with you how to download an OS, especially the Windows 10. So, the first thing we are going to do is to download the Windows Media Creation tool. This is the link. So after clicking the link, you will see the website of the OS, the Windows 10. So if you already download the OS, the only thing you will see there is the updates about the process of the OS. But if you still don't have the OS, you will see there the download, and you're gonna want to press that so that you can download the OS.
Once the creation tool has been downloaded, you're going to want to go over here and click to run it. Click accept the user terms and license terms. Select the create installation media, USB flash drive, DVD, or ISO file for another PC. Go ahead and click on next. Use the recommended options for the PC. Go ahead and click on next. Select the USB flash drive. Go ahead and click on next. Plug in the USB flash drive that you are going to be using. Backup any data in this flash drive if it's important to you. Click on refresh drive list and you will see the USB flash drive that you have plugged in. Go ahead and click on next. Wait for the process to finish.
So now, when you first turn on a computer, most motherboards now have what they call a boot menu that you can select a storage drive that is detect and actually boot from that drive. So what you are gonna want to do in today's demonstration, we are going to be choosing UEFI as it is the new or most advanced version to boot from the drive. Then if once you have selected the drive of the robotic machine, it's going to ask you to press into to enter the actual setup of the installation media that you just created now. So now that you got the result of here in front of us, you're gonna of course want to decide this much. The setting that you want for this video, we're gonna go ahead and let them on English and then United States, and we're gonna go ahead and let's click on next from here, and then it's gonna give us this window with a next click on install now, and it's gonna give us a message saying that the setup is starting now. The next part it is going to ask to activate the window. If you have the digital key, press to go ahead and type that is right here if you would like. Otherwise, for this video, you can go ahead and skip this and will activate the window letter. So for now, we're just gonna go ahead and click I don't have a data key, and it's gonna proceed to the next step. From here, it's gonna ask you to choose the type of install that you want to do, and you will verify with your digital code to make sure that you're selecting the proper Windows 10 version that matches with your case. So if you have Windows 10 installed previously, if it was Windows Home or Windows Education or Windows 10 Pro, you're gonna want to select the same thing. Typically, as they will only work as a condition. So in this case, I do have case for Windows 10 Pro, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's click on Windows, the applicable 10 Pro, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let's click on next. From here. It's gonna bring us to the applicable message and license term. Of course, you are gonna want to click I accept the license terms and let's click once again on next, because we are doing first install and not upgrade. In this video, we're gonna be choosing the custom install Windows only as we are not performing an upgrade, so we are going to choose custom. Now from here, as you can see, there are multiple partitions. If you have a brand new drive, you may only have one that stay and allocated space that perfect. If you do have a multiple that you're gonna want to determine which ones you are going to be installing the operating system. Also, there's a visual of some and that I use from experience and like anytime I external drive anything that I don't need in that this time, just to make this a little bit cleaner, because one time we're actually over with a branch of a computer because I didn't choose the first drive. So I typically unplug anything aside from the USB that I'm using to install the Windows and the drive that I'm going to be installing Windows. So now there are instances in this case where you can see right here we have had Windows already installed and is broken at the drive to a different partition, and you can visually designate which partition belongs to what drive indicated by the drive number. You can see that all of these partitions are assigned to drive 0. You might have some on drive 0, you might have depending on how many drives you have on the machine. So what I am going to do is, because I don't want anything on this drive, is the only drive that I want one and that I want currently work with, I'm gonna actually click on one and then choose delete and then click OK. There's nothing else that I need to save on this thing. So doing this is perfectly fine. Of course, if you have data on different drives, later for doing this because it is fun available, make sure that either you have your drive unplugged so you don't need this is, or you now that you're doing when it comes to deleting the partition. So I'm gonna delete the partition, and one I'm gonna delete drive 0 partition 1, or in this case it was 2. So we're gonna hit and OK, and that's gonna leave us with 75 gigabytes of drive 0 unallocated space. Again, that is you've already have installed on this particular drive. If you have a brand new drive, you're probably already going to see drive 0 unallocated space, and then explore whatever type of free space you have from here. We're just going to go ahead and click on next, and as it's going to create the new partition, as it needs to left click on next. Once you have clicked on the next wizard, it's now going to go through the process installing the Windows media file as well as update features for etc.
Once the computer comes back, it's going to bring you to the screen where it's going to say getting ready. Once the installation has finished, the getting device or setting everything up, it's going to bring you to this point where it's going to ask you to choose your region for today's demonstration. Of course, we're going to choose the United States, but you want to choose select your region. And then we're going to go ahead and left click on yes. From here, it's going to kit. It's going to take just a moment. For today's demo, we're going to choose UK. You want to choose what fits for you and then click on yes. And then you can add secondary layout if you want by clicking on add layout. But for today's demo, we're just going to skip on here. The next process is going to the network connection just to verify that you're connected to the Ethernet. And if you don't have wireless card in the computer, it's going to ask you to connect your Wi-Fi. Since I'm hardwired in this machine, I will find a connection and then proceed to go to the account setup. Here's what you're going to do next. If there's a personal computer, you're going to want to set it up for personal use. Otherwise, you're going to want it set it up for organization. And typically at the point, there's an IT department that will take care of it. So for now, we're going to go ahead, click on setup personal use and then next, and it's going to ask you with your Microsoft account. Here's the option if you're installing just a fresh copy and you've had Windows installed on your rig. Before, you're gonna want to use the same Microsoft account that you had on the old machine in order to move over the digital license. However, I don't typically sign in with my rigs with a Microsoft account. I use a local account, so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna choose offline account down here. From here, it's gonna say sign into your full range, blah blah blah. Go ahead, continue to clicking on the limited experience, and this is going to allow me to create a local account that does not use a Microsoft account. Now, the downside of this is of course that it requires me to manually put in my digital key in order to activate Windows, which is what you can do if you have your digital key, or if you want to like saying before, you can use Microsoft account to do stuff automatically for you, and it's completely up for you too. So for this, I'm just gonna do a YouTube demo, and I'm just gonna go ahead and leave no password on this just because it's a true virtual machine, but you're gonna want to fill in a password. It's typically going to ask you to set up some security question as well. As once you've got the process set up, and go ahead and let click our next. Once again, it's gonna say just a moment, and as if you do more across devices with activity history, I'm just going to go ahead and click no. I didn't need them, a list telemetry data, and of course I'm just declining the digital assessment as well. This order completely same to you, the privacy setting and your device online speech recognition, location, diagnostics. I'm gonna go ahead and choose all of those to know, and then I'm gonna click on accept. Once again, it's gonna go to just a moment, it's gonna finalize everything, and it's going to tell you hi on the screen, and it's going to start the process to take into your device. Now, depending on the hardware of your computer, this could take a little while. It could take several minutes, or it could take 10 to 15 minutes. It just really depends on the hardware specs on the computer once the window was fully booked.
Step 5. Activating the window. For the last step in today's demonstration is going through manually activate your copy of Windows. So currently we're on desktop, and we're going to want to come down to this type list either the start menu or you can type here the search, and you're going to start typing the word activation. This should come up right where it says activation settings. Go ahead and left click on it. Is then gonna open up a setting window in the background, and it's going to load the activation settings. Now from here, as you can see, because we didn't sign in with a Microsoft account, nor did we just type in an activation code during the setup, it says Windows reported that no product key was found on your device, Erica blah blah blah. So what you're gonna want to do is come one on down and click on page product key. From here, you're gonna want to go ahead and type in your product key. Click on the next, then the next window is going to say activate. Go ahead and click on activation, and it will go through the process to activate the windows. If you did sign in with a Microsoft account, changes are that you're good to go and you've already activated your copy of Windows. And then of course, if you type in product key during setup, your key is already activated as well. However, they are all going to go through the authentication process and just verify that the key is compatible with your version of Windows. If you've typed in your key, you click the next, it won't activate. There's a chance that the particular key is not usable with your current version of Windows, and you may want to do some search and find out that version of Windows you can use that key.